Alright, here I am back with part 2 of the weekly garden update. The storm last night really did a number on a lot of my plants. The potatoes are even flopping over more than they were. As you can see, they're supposed to be kind of straight up here, but you see they're kind of going on to the neighbor's even side of the walkway here. And you can see this grow bag is pretty much completely exposed. It's covered to the top. It's with potting mix and also some of my mulch on top, so I'm not too worried about anything. I don't see anything. Every once in a while I try to dig around, scratch under the surface to see if I see any potatoes on the surface, but I don't think that'll be a problem. I've never really had that be a problem, so I'm not expecting it being a problem. I really should give them another dose of all-purpose and some bone meal. I think I may do that today, because with this rain I can get scratched in. I'll do this after the video. I'll give them another dose of fertilizer. Potatoes are supposedly very heavy feeders, so, or at least moderate to heavy feeders, so I'll give them another dose. But you see the foliage is still looking pretty healthy. It's flopped over. It's not like in part 1 of the video where you see that one bed where I think it was blight. There is some blight here, a little bit, but not too bad. Some varieties are obviously more resistant than others, but there's minor splotches of it here and there, but still pretty healthy. The bachelor's buttons, that one kind of died back there. I kind of got away from deadheading these. I may cut these back early, especially those dead ones. Rip those out, chop them up, lay them on the bed as mulch. Yeah, just kind of the deadheading them kind of got away from me. The strawberry bed, I really need to cut these back. I've never done it, and I'm afraid to do it. But yeah, June, you're supposed to kind of really cut these back, basically mow them to the ground, really. We're still pretty healthy, growing. I might just let them go again, honestly. I'm trying to get into a less work as I get older, and I'm less able to get at her physically with my back and stuff. So I may just let them go. Not exactly sure. The lavender, I was gonna do lavender lemonade, but now that it's rained and stuff, I may not. But yeah, still looking pretty good. All right, let's go to the ciders. Yeah, I should have known going down here, whatever this is, a dahlia or whatever, I wasn't going to get around to keeping this watered since the hose is way up there. And same thing with the one on this side, just a different variety of dahlia. Not dead, but yeah, it's seen its better days. The lily is opening, and past couple of nights we've come home, we've been out late, and we come home, and the smell is phenomenal. But yeah, looking really nice. Smell is heavenly. The potted triple crown, I really need to prune this. As you see, this is supposedly semi-erect, but I mean, it looks trailing to me. It's kind of fallen down. I really need to prune this. I still don't know where I'm going to put it. I hate to leave it here. Yeah. My idea was to get some kind of plant stand and put it next to the steps over there. So it would be raised. It would be above all this growth and the roses. So it would be above that canopy and we'd still be able to get sun. But the pot is now, as you see, very heavy, especially when it's wet. But you see, I mean, there's decent thickness on the canes there. The echinacea, looking very nice. The salvias come back from their pruning. I don't know what that really did. I mean, supposedly, tippering is supposed to make plants bushier, but I mean, it's basically just yeah. I mean, I guess it kind of helped let the peonies, the peony foliage get a little more sun, because they are getting crowded out now a little bit. There's sunchokes back there. Once that dries out, the next couple of days, we get a couple of dry days, I'll rip this out, move this out to the ground again, and basically only using this yellow patch here as a living mulch. You know, it grows up, I let it get to 2-3 feet tall, I chop it back to the ground. A month or two later, I'm able to do it again, and then throw that on the potato beds. But yeah. Here's another early girl tomato, bush early girl determinate, and I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, like 12. So it looks like it'll be 8 to 12 tomatoes per plant. I have 6 plants, 5 in pots and 1 in the ground. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever go back to doing indeterminate tomatoes. They just get too wild and crazy. As soon as I should be able to have them in a pot. I don't know if I'll ever do them in the ground again. Or if I do, it would still be a determined variety. Just they behave a little better with their growth habit. And it's not like we like eat tomatoes nonstop. I mean, we like tomatoes, but like not crazy. But I'm excited to be able to have some fried green tomatoes. I'm glad I kind of was convinced into still doing them this year. I wasn't going to do tomatoes at all this year, but I'm kind of happy to do. They're easy, low maintenance. They did get flopped over, and I had to stake them up. But yeah, that's it. And you just give them a little DERF fertilizer. I'll give them while I'm fertilizing the potatoes again. I will probably give them a nice little a handful or whatever of the all-purpose as well. And the side yard for 2 years. For 1 year, it was just mulch, nothing planted in it. It just had the guinea pig manure and bedding in it for a year. And then the next year it was sunchokes. The year after that it was sunchokes again. And now it's been potatoes. I wanted to kind of use the sunchokes to kind of till up the soil a little bit. And add some the rabbit manure on it and get it a little more fertile. Because this ground was just pure compacted clay. Still not the greatest, but the potatoes will help with that as well. And now it's had mulch on it for 3 years straight, so we should start getting a little bit of better growth. But you see, they're also flopping. You see there, because this is their side, and this side that's almost flopping over halfway. A little more dieback down here. I need to constantly back in here, and you can see sunchokes growing in there. I need to pull those out, thin those out. Just keeping it up with work and stuff, and just life is hard. But yeah. So I'm curious to see what I will get. I usually get a pretty decent sunchoke harvest out of here, the 2 years they were in here. So I am curious to see what the potato harvest will be out of here. I'm like an idiot. Like I said, I never get around to labeling what is what. So I'll have to kind of dig it up and see what they are. I know the Sarpo Una is like a pink skin with a white flesh. The Sarpo Miras, the Baltic Rose are pink with a golden yellow flesh. And telling them apart could be challenging, but we will see. I do have one of the Sarpo Miras in one of the pots up here. So when we dig that up, because that one I do have labeled, so we'll be able to compare that to other ones, like these ones, for example. Oh, I zoomed in rear a lot. All right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, because I already done the other one, but yeah, this potato in the corner here took a long time to even come up. You see, it only has one. Well, I guess two stems, one there, and then one going over here. But yeah, hopefully it won't be until August before I do any more harvest. I may do a harvest of the one bed in the backyard I said, where you saw a lot of the lower leaves had defoliated. That will definitely be the first harvest. So if we're deciding what to have for dinner tonight and we need some potatoes, I would go dig those up, because then I can put some of the pots in there, like some of the basil pots in there, to get them off the yard, the actual lawn in the backyard, or off the patio, and have a little more room to walk around. I may not plant anything there until the fall, so I would just use that for that whole bed to put the pots on. That's my plan. But I would like to give them at least a few more weeks, maybe until, late July. Pull those up, and then hopefully all the other grow bags, like these ones, those in-ground ones, those potato ones, those, I keep saying, stumbling on my words here, but hopefully this can last until at least mid to late August, and every other bed back there, mid to late August. I may harvest that one other bed end of July, give that another month, hopefully, and all right, we'll see how it goes. I really should weigh them. I would like to start weighing because I'd like to see what I got out of 59 plants. Actually, 58. The one of them, I think it was the Macaca, was that I put it into a really small pot, and the foliage was looking yellow, so I don't know if it was what was wrong with it, but it just did not look healthy, so I dug it up and replaced that with one of the basils, one of the basil seedlings. I still have more of those I got to do. I'll do that this afternoon. So much to do, so little time to do it, right? All right, well, that's it till next time. Peace.